Hello, YouTube. This is Abby.
Hello!
And I'm going to be interviewing her because she's an awesome author and stuff. So, Abby, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Abby Ryan. I have been writing since I was 8, and it's one of many hobbies I have. Oh my goodness. But my first book was accepted for publishing when I was 16. Then my second novel has come out this year, so I'm just throwing books out as fast as I can.
I feel awful because I didn't know that it came out until like yesterday. And I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I haven't gone around and advertised it as much just because I was really sick of doing book stuff. Because, all this hard, constant work that you're doing throughout the entire year. And then it was a little frustrating because of publisher things. Sometimes that happens. And I'm like, I'm taking a break. Forget anything about this book.
Okay, now, without getting too spoilery, you want to talk about your series?
My series, okay. It's called The Lights and Dark Chronicles, and it takes place in this realm called Alayuna. And there is the Battle of Light and Dark going on. So in Orphan of the Shadows, you've got Elon, a Mallory, who stumbles upon a gang, and they're like the good guys on the bad side of town. And working with them, she realizes that before she really hated life, and they help change her perspective on it. Well, at the same time, there are the Dark and Light princes that are trying to find her, because they think she's chosen for a place of authority in the realm. And then the second book just kind of continues on that. She ends up going to this art school, which covers a whole bunch of different kinds of art, like the fine arts, and music arts, and dancing arts, and everything. There's even maraca stuff, the stuff you wouldn't consider to be art stuff. I know, right? I know. So in that book, there's the dark is still trying to get her. So.
Okay. When did you kind of decide that you wanted to pursue writing as a career-ish thing?
It's just been something I've really loved, for a really long time. So I knew about when I was 10 that I was going to write a book and get it published. And I just always believed that. Even though my parents are okay, whatever, I actually never gave up on that and did it really early, so.
What is sort of your writing process when you're writing these books?
When I write these books, I often just go sit at the computer and have no noise around me. It used to have to be completely silent, but I've started getting used to there being a little bit of noise going on. And then I just sink into the book, and then I don't notice anything else around me, and I just write and write and write.
I'm sort of the opposite. I like to have music going on.
Really?
Yeah. Just kind of helps center me and set kind of a tone for whatever I'm writing.
See, I often get these visions of what I'm going to write. And so if there's something else going on, it might distract me from that and keep me from seeing things clearly.
Anything else you'd like to say about anything? Any advice to aspiring writers? Or...
Oh my gosh, advice. What can I say? Keep up the hard work and keep on keeping on. It can get pretty difficult. I know, because there's huge competition in the market. There's 3,000 books that come out every day. And you're trying to get yours to be noticed and trying to get yours to be the best. And sometimes you look at it and you're like, why is this book even on the charts? It is so awful, And then you're like, this book was so cool. People should be reading this one, but they're not. And it's just who you know. So you gotta make connections.
Where can people find your books?
Oh, yes.
It's a good thing for them to
That's
know.
true. You can find it all over the net, like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, indie books. They're just on there. I usually do Google search when I'm looking for it. But you can also get it at Barnes & Noble stores and other big bookstores. I don't actually go to other big bookstores besides Barnes & Noble, so I didn't really know their names.
I'll put all kinds of links down there to like her blog and places you can
and
buy
the
her books and
website.
stuff like that. So
Oh, duh. I'm an artist, guys. I draw the pictures of my characters.
yeah, and they're like freaky good.
And they're all on my website. So you can check that out. And then there's character profiles, so you get to know like the random things about them. Like Kai wearing his socks inside out all the time. It's very funny.
I like Kai.
I know, me too. He's a beast.
Who are some of your like favorite writers?
Favorite writers? Kind of transitioning out of my old favorites. Like I used to love G.P. Taylor. He wrote this book called Shadowmancer, and that's the one that kickstarted all of my writing. It's funny because before I read that book, I hated books and I hated reading. And then I found this book and I'm like, fantasy? I've never heard of fantasy. Because I just thought there was nonfiction and that was boring. Who else? I think it's Tamara Pierce. Tamora Pierce, okay, yeah. She used to be a big inspiration to me too. And Megan Whalen Turner? I think that's it.
No.
But yeah, I'm so bad with the names. I don't literally like look at the author. I'm like, this book looks good. Look at that cover. Yeah.
So you judge a book by its cover?
Everybody does.
No, because if I judged a book by its cover, I would no longer like An Abundance of Cathars because the cover is ugly.
Ugly. That's true.
I really don't like it.
Like the Hunger Games cover is funny. My brother was looking at it once. He's like 8. And he's like, why is that book any good? The cover looks awful. He's like, look at that cover. I'm like, dude. I don't know.
Well, thanks for being on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Again, I will put links everywhere. Because links are good. Bye.
Check them out.
This is my end screen, and this is my end screen song.